way to do it.
Yeah, this is one of those situations, Kate, where you and I up here in this booth, we can hear it and we can feel it. This crowd senses an opportunity to dig those opponents an early hole that before long might become the grip.
Rush coming off the edge, and they block it! And he's brought down. It was a long shot after the block anyway, and they're unable to add anything on top of that touchdown.
It's one of those situations, Kate, where it kind of just felt, actually it looked like they just assumed that other group was not going to go after that block and just make it a 7-0 game. You can never, ever assume anything at any point in this game. They have that sense of urgency to do your job, and they did not as that kick got blocked.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of return. They're going to spot the ball up to the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. To throw, here's May. Big yards on the right side. He's going to bring this down to their 35. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives them a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35.
Hey, what's up? Here.
First down, May. He's still going at the 30. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Going play action, May. Cut up. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, what's up? Five. Crazy.
Again, it's May. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Blood in the water defensively after that sack. This offense facing 2nd and 23. May looking to throw. Setting up the screen with Henderson. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Offense in a hurry up here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he scores. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots tie it up late in the 1st. We know all these players are aware of what's at stake here, Brock, and that is the score they needed to get them moving in this conference final.
We know it's not how you start, it's how you finish, especially with stakes this high. Jeez, you couldn't start any better.
That one splits the uprights. And the Patriots take the lead on that successful kick. Now Borregales now to send it away. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Ready. 18 Cardinal. 18. Go.
They give it to him again. Where's the intensity we expected to play off? Defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line.
Line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 3rd and 10.
So we're through one here in the AFC title game. 7-6 is our score. We'll return you to Indy right after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Colts have the football. They have it 3rd and 10.
19 target.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Looking right, and he finds it. He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's 4th down.
Here's the snap on 4th. Spade over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Look at that, no worry at all from their sideline, Brock. A 13-yard pickup on 4th down. Now it's impressive. First down from the 42.
Come on.
I'll throw it. Running right side. And he'll get it up to the 44.
There's no question, Kate. Big plays down the seam or big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Get it.
Throwing it again here. It is cut left side. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. That play gains 15 and it moves the sticks.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion, it made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ready.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. All he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Taken in by Williams outright. And they make the stop right to say about the 37-yard line.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Ready.
To the air on 3rd and long. There's another one to Williams. And no touchdown here. Just needed a few more, but this one goes out at the 3. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Defense still reeling from that last play. Now they're defending 1st and goal from the 3.
Here we go. Set. 18. Pioneer. go.
From the red zone now. To the end zone, but incomplete. Couldn't get it. That's going to set up second and goal. So they fire for the end zone on first down. Brock, I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on second and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
Catch made. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take a second quarter lead. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts push their lead to 6. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. And in motion, out of the slot.
It's in right.
Harrison on his own read. He'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They give to Allen out of the shotgun. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Here.
Henderson on 1st and 10. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a New England 1st down.
Offense there, Kay, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
2 set of downs for him from the 31. Man, 1st and 10. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Benjamin Morrison comes up with it.
Mays pass. Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Okay,
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10.
go. Ready.
Blown back to the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And it's got 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, he's such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Ready. Ready.
Back-to-back carries here. And a great play comes to an end. He's out of bounds just inside the red zone. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
1st and 10 at the 19.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off. But don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon and give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
Working inside the red zone. Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
I mean, if you've heard me me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He's going to throw it. And the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Trap 60, trap 60. Here we go, here we go. Let go.
Goal to go. They're passing. And he finds him in the end zone for the Indy touchdown. The Colts blow their lead just before halftime. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts bump the lead up to 13 points. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Off the play action, May. Wow, wide open here, complete. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25.
To a nice route catch, to move with the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
What's up? Crazy, crazy, crazy.
They kick the running back in motion. Here's May on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. 12 yards on that play and a good call, and that's in the 1st.
Guys, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. If they don't close quickly, he could take it to the house.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Here goes it. Hey, what's up? No fucking in here, man. Crazy, crazy.
In the red zone on 1st. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Offense with an enviable spot to be in, 2nd and inches.
Here goes it. Hey, what's up?
Shotgun handoff for Allen. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Patriots make it a one-score game before halftime. Corey Gallis on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Patriots get it back to within 6.
Patriots 14.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Colts take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Go.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
42-yard line.
Big shot to begin the drive has them up beyond the 40.
18, let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready?
Throwing now on first down. And he put everything he's got behind it. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Patriots take possession at their own 7-yard line. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
Oh, we just marvel at both of them. You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're first to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
And he's going to be escorted out right along that 35-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Patriots will have the first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
All set to go now from the 35. Back to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. And that one goes for a gain of 11. That's a New England first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Looking to throw. Fits it through the middle. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting in the wings for whoever can finish this game out as we're back underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Cowboy 80, 19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Check, 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 check.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He's going to try another deep one here. What a dive! I think he caught it! One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. He was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone.
70 Timber, Cooper 19.
The give now out of the shotgun. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Come on, come on.
Pass play coming here. One connects. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal.
Ready, ready.
Goal to go, it's a pass play. Dumped off to his running back. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts grow the lead coming out of halftime. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts bump the lead up to 13 points. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. May off the play fake. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing the speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Henderson here from the gun. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8. 3rd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
Kate, that play so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
Connecting on the slant. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
It's 2nd and inches.
May now from the gun. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
So it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Trying to run it in. It's Henderson. And he's going to make it in for the New England touchdown. The Patriots start the 2nd half with some needed points. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Nice return, start to the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Never can't hear it no more. Standing to the man, can't feel it no more. Some of them don't feel it no more. Gonna jump in a minute, but can't steer it no more. Riding a wave and now you're chilling on shore. It's used to being rich when your inside's on. This, but you don't want to see more. You want to see more, but you only see sore. Life just slows you down. Your body gets active.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Panthers 6, check.
Hand off now from the gun. So calling a half dozen on that run block. It's 2nd down.
That run may not have gotten you a first. Nice little run set the table.
Up 2nd and 3.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Dropping back to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Just cannot afford right here, Cade, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Working quickly here.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
18 Rattler. Panther 11. Go.
1st and 10, looking to throw. It is caught left side. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a
Here we
chance.
go, Jack. Cougar 19. Cowboy 80.
Going back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Now, that's not what the offense style is. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
60 Bobcats. 60. Here we go. Cowboy 80. 18. Pioneer.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
He'll throw it. It's on target to Williams. And he's touched as they pick up that 1st down on 4th.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, and sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18. 79 Broncos. Hawk 70.
A give now from the gun. Going to defender. We've got a foot race. All the way. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts keep their drive alive and reach Tater 1 play later.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Now they'll try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Colts bump the lead up to 13 points.
Patriots 21.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Starting on the ground with Henderson. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gives you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
That's incomplete left side. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 3rd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Crazy! Crazy!
May now on 3rd down. Oh, he's in trouble, and he's going to go down. The Colts got him. And the defense comes through, and it's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
A number of times we see quarterbacks with his running ability make plays, critical plays on 3rd down. It's got to be refreshing for that defense to finally see them on the right side of it.
Takes it in at the 26. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
At their own 32-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
1st and 10 from the 32.
Ready?
Sending him on the dive. Looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Now looking to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
First down.
Only one frame remains before we see who's going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. It's Colts football, and they know they're only 1 quarter away from advancing here. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
70 rank, 2. Ready?
He's dropping back to throw. Builds up this one off to his running back, complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. And gain 11 on that play. And that is good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
Okay, break. Here we go.
Here's the long back on the handoff. The Colts him on this game here, brought about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Come on, come on. Set. 70 Lions. Pass to 50. Pass to 60. Cowboy 80. Warrior 70. Check out.
Working now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrives at the exact same time there. And that means 3rd down coming up.
18. Tag. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 19 tight. 19 tight. Hut, hut.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Completed to his running back. And this is going to be short. Quick stop by the defense to bring up 4th down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. And the Colts will try for 3. Out comes their field goal unit. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll give him a 16-point advantage.
Well, it's hard to call that the official moment that sealed this win, but up 16 here in the 4th, it's going to take a heck of a sequence of events to see this game tied back up.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. On the gun, it's May. He puts a man under it deep down the left. He's got it inside the 25. It's a huge pickup on the play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
And a Patriot 1st down.
Here's May on 1st and 10. And the coach gets to him. Down he goes. That's 3 sacks in the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
You know what I call that fake punch? You took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
2nd down and 19 yards to go after that sack. Operating from the gun. Here's May. That's one right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Trying to find his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Five. It's crazy. Crazy. Five.
3rd and long for him here. Into a crowd, and intercepted. So we'll take over just shy of midfield as his return goes out.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Ooh, puts him there under this one, right side. He's got it inside the 10. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Okay,
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
let's go. Go.
Hand off the gut. And he's going to be taken down as this defense shows some backbone. Great stand to get him at the 2. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Chapter 11. 60 Eagles.
Back on 2nd and goal. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, kid. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
And the Colts will try for 3. Out comes their field goal unit. It doesn't get much easier than this. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead. And that's going to award their offense a 1st down. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal.
Ready.
Throwing from the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. He's He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
They'll try and punch it in. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. Great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
He's keeping it down and get it forward. And he's in for the touchdown. The Colts have likely lift up the win right there. They broke out the design run from there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it because it really gives you an extra pack, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
May not have throw on 3rd. Buying some time right. Throws this one deep down the right side. So he's knocked away from the intended target. That brings up 4th down.
The members tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. He's looking deep once again. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Benjamin Morrison comes up with it.
Hayes pass. Intercepted. Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. There's a dive up the middle. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. Good hit, but some offensive come early as he gets forward a bunch and gets on the 1st down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down Colts. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Ready.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Winning there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Ready. Ready.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. This one to Williams out left side. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Give him 13 on that play. That is good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
That's good for a Colts 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And a parade play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. It's It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Dangerous. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Come on, go.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Ready?
We're going to pass it here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Just loose, incomplete.
From the contact.
LeBron, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
3 on the play. It's going to be 5 to go on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The decision is to take the 3. Out comes the field goal unit for this try. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And they wanted to add 3 more there, but silver lining, they aren't exactly hurting for a big lead at this juncture. Beginning this drive with a run by Allen. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
3 yards, puts them back on the right track. Now they've got 39.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
No throw, 3rd and long. Defender is there, he knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
Those are exactly the plays, Kate. The corners in this league make their money and make their reputation. A one-on-one, and he wins that battle.
Hands are tight, gotta have it on this 4th down. Here's the pistol snap to May. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on down.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Ready?
That play straight ahead. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Back to the well again. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though. Timmy Brown gets a gain of 5. 3rd down coming up.
The 28-yard line.
So the Colts pick up the win in this one. Love these pictures, Brock. Go ahead, guys. Take it all in. You are going to be playing in the Super Bowl. What a moment for so many of them getting to this point.
It is, and it is so cool, and you can see it and feel it. The real emotion of celebrating this title, but they know that ultimately it's not an AFC title they want.